Hey everybody, this is Eric, and we're going to go over the two games that you guys played at the in the Boston tournament. You actually played three, but the third game was not picked up by Be the Beast. Um, I mean, if you ever guys ever want to film them on your own and get me the USB or download them to my Dropbox, I'll be more than happy to to upload everything to Huddle and make it part of the statistical breakdown. But I can only go with what I get. Um, so this is an important lesson this week, the importance of not being results oriented. Um, remember, you're going to win, you're going to lose games. Okay. But what you're trying to build is kind of like a profile that can sort of travel. In other words, you want to build a statistical profile that will allow you to win subsequent games against better teams. Um, so when I give you these targets of things that you need to, to strive for, it's not just so that, oh, you would have won that game with this. It's so that you can build this kind of profile that will help you win future games. So again, we have these benchmarks of effective field goal percentage that we're looking for, EFG, turnover rate, and offensive rebounding percentage. And this is going to be for the each game and for for the season. And so we're going to go over the stats from each game. Then we're going to break it down into the shot chart to maybe give you some ideas about how you could have, improved your field goal percentage or effective field goal percentage. Then we're going to go over, some individual stats, and then we're going to have some fun. We're going to look at how we're doing for the season now because we're starting to build up a portfolio of games where the sample size is starting to become, somewhat relevant. So the first game we have here, interestingly, is the game that you guys won against Boys to Men. But the reality is you guys just were just awful with respect to your statistics. I mean, you are 32% effective field goal percentage. I mean, you guys, I gave you the target of 50%. Okay, because that's what you're going to need. And this is why, we try to not be results oriented because if you looked at this performance, say, oh wow, we won by 15 or whatever it is, good for us. No, this was a really poor performance. You cannot play like this, and expect it to travel and beat other teams. This 32% effective field goal percentage is terrible. Turnover rate under 20, perfectly fine. Where you did do a really great job was in your offensive rebounding percentage. I mean, we only need about 30% from you guys, and you got 47%, which that was really, really big for how good you guys were on the glass. So let's break this down by shot chart and see where um, we could have improved. So again, what we're looking for, um, what we're looking for is basically what you guys gave me. We're looking for no bad twos. In this range right over here, we want everything to be either at the rim or wide open threes. And quite honestly, I have nothing to complain about. You guys, you took almost every shot either at the rim or wide open. I like to say wide open, but in and 3-point shots, which is exactly what you want. You did make two bad twos, but that's really not a big deal at all. As a matter of fact, when it comes to the way I look at things, I think that this performance was actually a success with respect to shot selection. Um, the only thing I would say is that I just want to make sure that the right people are taking the threes. For you guys, that being, I presume, either Matt or Leo. So let's take a look and see where that kind of broke down. Okay, so how'd you guys do individually? Well, I mean, Matt was 1 for 8 from three. Leo 1 for 8 from three. So how do I feel about that? I actually don't feel bad about it at all because I know that you guys can make them. You got to have a sample size that's somewhat relevant where I know that you guys can make these threes. So I have no problem with you shooting these. And this performance is really just kind of be chalked up to variance. And that's the way you have to look at these types of things. As long as you have the right players shooting the shots and you're shooting the shots that you want to take, then you're really doing the best that you can. And over time, this will even out. You have Andreas. I wasn't too pleased with this. I mean, 1 for 5 attacking the rim. That's not very good. Connor 1 for 6. That's not very good. Um, Mike, I mean, you could probably do better. More specifically, what is this? If I'm reading this right, if you were 2 for 4 from three and 2 for 10 from the field, that means you were 0 for 6 from two. So what you could do, by the way, you could investigate this a little bit more. I mean, you could look at, all of your shots by just kind of clicking through and see what this looked like. I mean, it's kind of an out of control too. Yeah, so these are the kind of things that you could actually work on with Chris. These they all look the same, by the way. These kind of out of control shots. That one you got to make. Let's see this one. You got to intimidate a little bit. Yeah, go up. You got to go up a little bit stronger. But these are the shot types that I want you to be taking. So, um, there you go, Soggy. Get that down. All right. So overall, kind of a funny game because you did win, and you did take the right types of shots. So for that, you really get my kudos. The fact that you didn't make them, and that's really, I know it's hard to think about this way, but it's really not that big of a deal. Because over time, you take good shots, you're doing, you're going to achieve that expected value, and you are going to quote unquote win. You are going to be statistically strong. Okay, so that's that game. Now I want to put this other game up because this game was absolutely amazing. Okay. Now, first of all, yes, you guys really, I don't want to use the word choked in a bad way, but you guys really let the game slip away at the end. I mean, you were up like 5-7 points in the last minute or two, and you let the game slip away. That is something I cannot control, not even remotely almost there. But let's just take a look at this because you really wasted, honestly, like one of the best games you guys have played from a statistical perspective. Like, let's take a look at this. And this is awesome. So against the rivals, your effective field goal percentage was 67%. Now, to put that in perspective, I don't think I could go back into the previous seasons to prove this. I don't think that this program had a single game where you guys shot 67% effective field goal percentage for the game. There might have been one last year from one of the older teams, but I really don't think so. I would have to go back and check, but this is absolutely amazing. Okay. Now, your offensive rebound percentage was not good. So 20%, we won at 30. And you had a few too many turnovers. You were over 20%. But this is as a matter of fact, your effective field goal percentage is 67% compared to 54% from them. The only reason that they beat you was because of these turnovers. So this is like really shocking. I mean, all I can say is this: you play like this and just keep these turnovers down. I mean, this is some serious shooting. And let's take a look at this. I mean, honestly, you guys are my heroes with respect to shot selection. I mean, look at this shot chart. The only thing I would say, see, here's the problem. Now, I want to put this in perspective. You took 6, 8, 9 bad twos out of 52 shots. Now, I want to set a cap at 10% of your shots being bad twos, this kind of like death range here. And think about this. You guys were 2 for 9 from bad twos. You had a 67% effective field goal percentage, even shooting 2 for 9 from this freaking death range. Okay. So if you could clean this up, imagine how much better it even could have been. I mean, this is just awesome. Now, I imagine that you guys were really super hot from three. So we're going to take a look at this. Let's go. So Matt DeFalco, 6 for 8 from three. Tyler, 1 for 1 from three. Mike, 1 for 1. Even Seth got in the act, 1 of 2. Osagie gets into the act, 1 of 1. Leo, even with Leo only going 2 for 6, I mean, this is crazy. You know, you could, I mean, this is a fun highlight reel to send people, honestly. I mean, just keep on firing, boom. But it's not even that, it's wide open. But forget this one missed. Oh, you ran the stagger play? Oh, I like that. Or the elevator, the thumbs down, thumbs up, actually. Look at that. Boom. Excellent job, Matt. I mean, listen, everybody did a good job here. Oh, wait a minute. We got to give that one to Leo. Aha, look at that. As a matter of fact, it looks like Matt was even better because one of his misses was attributed to Leo. I mean, it was Leo's and it was attributed to him. So really, really nice job, guys. And it's a shame that you guys lost this game because you deserve better. Well, I shouldn't say you deserve better. I mean, you turn the ball over like that down the stretch. You want to see the end of that game? I know you don't want to relive it, but I mean, I had to watch it. So we were over here, right? So it was 60, it was 72 to 67, right? Let's see what happens here. I don't know, watch not the whole thing, but so these guys, okay, they make a shot. All right, 72 to 70, 45 seconds to go. And all you guys are trying to do is just run the clock out. Okay. And then the thing is that you guys are they're not over the limit. So they just keep fouling you. And again, I'd like to see you guys run something where you are a little more aggressive. And I'll talk to you guys about that in practice. But and here we go. Here we go. We really don't have a plan. We just want to try to get the ball into Mike somehow. And I'm telling you, if you do that enough times, it's going to get intercepted. It just is. So there's another one. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to have to see this. So I'm going to have to narrate this for you, to you guys. Now we inbound the ball. See, I'd love to just get a little more aggressive and try to close this game out rather than just try to kill all this clock because you're just asking for it. I mean, best case scenario, they foul you and you still have to make 2 free throws. But you inbound the ball 7 times like that, the odds are one of them is going to get thrown away. So let's see here. They're over the limit yet? Not yet. Oh, this is, oh my God. Oh no. There it is. There's the steal. There's the steal, and it's their ball with 21 seconds to go. And then they come right after it. They move the screen on the other side. Boom. Bang. And that was basically it. I shouldn't say that. You want to see the end? Let's go see the end. So down 1. Hang on. Oh, I didn't see it. They didn't show the end of the game. Okay, whatever. Trust me, you lost at the end. So yeah, really, really good game until the end. So I hate to have made this longer than it had to be, but let's take a look at you guys after the season now. So for the season, again, what we're looking for is about 50% effective field goal percentage. Other games. Sorry about that. I cut it off at the end of the game. Okay, so now we have 7 games here. Let's see what we have. 47.4%. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Still need to be at 50, but we are getting there. Okay. Turnover rate. Oh, I said under 20. I could be greedier with you guys, maybe 15. Offensive rebound percentage is very good. Asagi and Seth and Andreas, you're doing a really good job of this. Okay. Let's take a look at the shot chart for the year. Shot chart for the season. Let's see. So we're looking for a 10% ratio. Let's just see. How many bad 2s do we have? 3, 9, 16, 25, 35, 45, 64. So you have 64 bad 2s out of 366. I wanted under 35. So You got to get these bad twos down to a minimum. Okay. Um, let's take a look at some individual statistics for the season so far. And this is what we're looking for when we're looking at athletes. What we're looking for is someone that can either get 50% from two or 33% from three. Now, to spare you the math, that's what corresponds to an effective field goal percentage of 50%. Okay. So I'm not saying you have to be able to do both, although some people can. But if all I need from you is either 50% from two or 33% from three, then I'm happy. Seth, only a couple games. Matt D, very, very nice, 55% from two. Amari hasn't really played. Asagi, nice, 50%. Federico, he wasn't here. He's got to do better. Michael, you've got to do much better getting to the rim. Andreas, you got to be stronger, dude. You're a big boy. You got to be able to finish these. Kyler, only a couple of games, but you've got to improve, obviously. Leo, you don't really get to the rim too much, no big deal. And Connor, come on, man, 2 for 8. From three, let's take a look. There we go. Look at this. We got some shooters over here. Now, again, Asagi, I love you, but this is not your forte. So small sample size. You got Leo at 44%, Michael 43%, Matt DeFalco finally, getting there at 28%, mostly due to that one game. But yeah, the other thing I will say, by the way, Matt and Leo, you're putting a lot of pressure on these statistics people to be right when you both wear number 10. I'm just saying, it's very possible that these stats are wrong. I'm not going to go through one possession after the other to make sure they got the right number 10, honestly. So if you want your stats to be pure, you should wear different numbers. I'm just saying. It doesn't matter to me at all because I'm really just looking at it from a team perspective. But if you want to be able to create reels, if you want to be able to whatever, you can't just complain, oh my God, they put the wrong guy in. You both wear number 10, you're just kind of asking for it. But overall, I mean, you guys are performing, man. I mean, this is not bad. You might run into trouble in some of these tougher tournaments unless you get up to 50%, but I think you guys can do it. That's it. You'll be hearing from me next after the Pittsburgh tournament. You'll actually see me, the spooky new tournament. And I might actually be in practice this week also. That's it. Good luck, everybody.